so I decided to write a song.
How we doing, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of the Makeaway Podcast. My name is Shaq, and I'm here with Mustapha Traore, graduate of Monmouth University, also a graduate of the Phelps School, was a key contributor at Prep Charter High School before he transitioned over there. Really good ball player for the Monmouth Hawks. Started the last, I believe, 50-some-odd games of his career, maybe even more. Very good ball player, very rangy player, played a lot of different positions for them, played a lot of key roles for them, was a good rebounder, was a good shot blocker, was a good hustle player, was a good scorer at times when he needed to be as well. Very thankful to have a good brother here today. Also, like I said, went to high school together, so, I'm just happy to be able to see the journey that he went on after he left our school and, all the different things that he brought, because from what I know, you and the guys are still pretty close, right?
Yeah. So, me, Brandon, and Heem, and Marcus, me and Heem pretty much knew each other since we was 8. Mm-hmm. So we just ran back into each other when we was at Prep Charter. So that's what made me come on over to Prep Charter. Once I found out his dad was a coach, it was a no-brainer.
Mm-hmm.
Marcus, the same thing. We played together since we was kids. The only person I had just met was Brandon. But all those guys was at West Catholic before they came to Prep Charter. So
okay,
I know a little bit about everybody.
Yeah, bro. Tell me about the team that you guys had together, man, because, I was telling you earlier, like, the year after you was gone, like, they senior year, I was trying out for the team just because I felt like I needed something to do after football season, but, like, they real, like, family-oriented, real close.
Yeah, like I said, man, when you grow up with guys since you've been kids, the bond going to be unbreakable. To this day, we still run with each other. That team was probably the best high school team I played on ever.
Mm-hmm.
Even though we ain't win no championships, we didn't do everything that was set out for us. We created a bond that's a lifetime bond. And now we all kind of go on our own separate ways. That's how life is, but we still get in touch with each other.
Yeah. Do you feel like there's relationships that get built, whether it's on the basketball court or the football field? Like, tell me about how those bonds compare to, like, friendships that you made outside of it.
Yeah, I mean, like, when we finish practice, you would know, football team walk to the G bus, we walk to the G bus. We going to get food. When we got practice 2 days, I'm saying, I'm staying at some of the guys, I'm staying at Marcus' crib, the whole team at Marcus' crib in the basement, we chilling, playing video games. So it's like, it's one of those things, it's like, it was basketball, but, like, once you create a bond outside of basketball, it's something that's going to last forever. Marcus' mom made us food, like, that's my mom. His dad ran into me again when I was at Prep Charter.
Mm-hmm.
And then Big Heem, we always at Big Heem crib, playing cards, doing something we weren't supposed to do, just being kids.
Mm-hmm.
Even Brandon house, you know what I'm saying? We was in Frankfurt, down there every day. So we was all over. We was at everybody's house. They came to my crib probably twice. They ain't like it down in my area, but.
So being as though you was at Prep Charter first, tell me about your experience there. Tell me about Coach Raheem and the relationship you had with him.
So my brother played at Prep Charter with the Morris twins.
That was like 07.
07. They played together 06. My brother graduated 06. Twins won the championship in 07.
Mm-hmm.
And Coach Heem was the assistant coach when Dan Brinkley was the head coach over there. I don't know if you remember.
Mm-hmm.
So when I came in my freshman year, Dan Brinkley put us all into the library. This when we had one way and two way, Lakeem and his brother, and told us, like, I'm done. Everybody like, what you mean? Like, man, I'm about to be the Twins agent in the NBA. We like, damn, all right, cool. I'm looking like, all right, who the next coach? Because if I don't know him, I'm out of here. Coach Heem came in, I'm taking over, blah, blah, blah. So it was somebody that was still in a family, but I still had a relationship with. And I knew Coach Heem for a while outside of Prep Charter. You see, like me and Little Heem used to go to the games together when we was kids and watch the Twins and my brother play. So we always had a bond. I felt more comfortable when he was a coach.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it really came down to.
If there's one thing I know about Coach Heem, he's a very hands-on coach.
Mm-hmm.
Tell me about how it feels to be able to have a coach that, like, while he was playing, still had the youth to be able to run with you guys and play with you guys and teach you guys on the fly.
He can't run with us no more. We just played a couple pickup games. I think it was last summer where all the guys came together. We played out South Philly. Coach Heem had his crew, It was him, Coach Omar, all those dudes.
My man,
Coach
Joe.
Coach Hawk was down there, so we whooped their ass. I ain't gonna hold you. Coach Heen pulled his hamstring after the game and everything. But we was in high school. It meant everything. As a coach talking, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you're a player and a coach tell you, like, oh, I could do this, I could do that. When we kids, you're like, man, I don't want to hear that shit. It sound good, but you got to show me.
I used to do this.
Yeah,
I used to do
this. I used to do that. I Googled. I did my own work on Coach Heen. He was a bucket. But that was in the past for me. So when I seen him get on the court and actually shoot the ball, and he was talking when he was living, that was when I was kind of like, all right, you feel me? It's a coach I could bond with. It's a coach I could listen to.
Do you feel like, I remember you was just saying that, like, you guys was like the best team that you played on. Like, do you feel like you saw a lot of like growth in the guys around you? Tell me about like the leadership role that you had to play there before you went off.
So on that team, basically, I didn't know I had to play this role until Coach Heen pulled me aside. Like, you know, the guys, everybody in the team respect you. And once a coach tell you that, you kind of got to take that leadership role and run with it. We was young, but, you know, I was arguably the best player on that team. So it was a lot of games where I had to pull my pants up, you know, and feel me, and handle situations like a man, even if we win or lost. With that core group, though, because they had so much trust in me, it just made things a lot easier. I never got pushed back from nobody on the team. Nobody never asked me why is he taking all the shots. And Coach Heen have trusted me. Seeing their growth now, though, becoming men, is everything to me. It's everything to me. It's like watching your little brother grow up to be the best thing he can be. You can't do nothing but root for him. There's no hate on my side. There's no hate on their side. It's all genuine love.
Yeah, I know a couple of the guys on that team went on to play college basketball. Like Heen, obviously, he was pretty close, so you probably seen a lot of his.
Yeah, he went over to Brent Athens, had his run, 1,000-point scorer, did what he was supposed to do. Brandon went to CCP, I think, for 2 years. Kind of hung it up after that. Got into a couple of injuries. Marcus went to Lock Haven. I think he did 2 or 3 years over there, and then decided to take a different route. But everybody pretty much got their own lane. Everybody's still successful. Everybody doing what they're supposed to do, and everybody alive. So
that's really a blessing.
Yeah.
Especially like you see your friend group sometimes, and sometimes, you know, everybody's not as grateful to be able to see their whole friend group make it with them to 25, make it with them to almost 30, make it with them to be able to raise families around each other, you know what I mean? So I feel like it really goes a long way. Like just the other day we was at one of our teammates from high school baby shower, and it's like, damn, we all still here. Like just from the time I was in college to now, I lost 2 college teammates in the past few years, you feel me?
I mean, outside of Philly, it's wicked everywhere. Like, it ain't just Philly that's doing the murders. It's Chicago, it's other states that's getting busy too. But if your friends here, that's genuine. You feel me? It's a blessing.
Definitely. So obviously you wasn't at Prep Charter the whole time, but you was able to maintain those friendships throughout after you was able to leave. Tell me about when you transitioned over to the Phelps School. Tell me how that was like, or how that happened.
AAU basketball, I was playing for my uncle, Coach Skip. We played with We Are One. I had just finished a game. Fat white dude come over to me. Yeah, you gonna be at my school next year, bro. I'm talking to my uncle. Like, who the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? Who this? He talking about I'm going to this school next year. He like, yeah, you might be going to the school. Don't listen to it though. So that went through one ear out the other. By the time I had finished everything, a lot of people don't even know this story. I'm gonna give you the real spill on it. I had to leave Prep Charter. I got kicked out because of my grades. Parasol pulled me in his office and told me what it was. Like, you too far behind. You ain't gonna make it if you stay at Prep. We want to see you prosper. We want to see the best you can be. And so Phelps School kind of opened me with open arms. So I had to go to the Phelps School, get my grades right. I actually did a post-grad year at Phelps School. I don't know if you remember. Marcus came over there with me. My first or second year, Marcus came over there with me. My first year. We won the championship my second year. Me and Mike Watkins, dude from Southwest, real close friend of mine. And then that first year, I played with some real good guys. Terry Larry, Quincy McKnight. Quincy played at Sacred Heart and then went on to play at Seton Hall with Miles Powell. Terry went to UConn after he left us. Played in the NBA for a little bit. Mike had a big name at Penn State, so we had a good squad that year. We played Westtown in the championship. Mo Bamba was on that team.
How was that?
Mo, my guy, so it was all love. Couldn't get nothing over that motherfucker in the first half. Throwing floaters, he blocking it. Layups, he glassing that shit. So halftime come, all the guys get in my ear. Like, yeah, you gotta pick that shit up, bro. We trying to win a chip. So the second half start, I get down there, but now I'm getting this motherfucker up fix. He jumping to the moon. So now when he jumping to the moon, I'm either laying it up on my reverse pivot, trying to draw a foul or something like that. Everything came in full effect. We wound up winning the championship. So that was also a good high school experience for me.
Definitely. So obviously outside of Mo Bamba, you know, being in the AAU game, I know you get to play against a lot of crazy players crazy teams.
How many people I ran into in AAU, bro? Like half these motherfuckers in the NBA right now. When I was with Team Final, 16U, Julius Randle was on a 17U older team. I played with Jaquan Newman. I played with Shep Gardner. I played with all guys who was in the Catholic League when I was at Team Final. I ain't really get as much time as I wanted to because they had bigger names than me at that time.
Mm-hmm.
So they deserved to be on the floor. I had something to prove at that time. Then when I got the FOE, we ran with our younger group. Me, Heem, Marcus, Taheem Harmon, a couple younger guys. Then we switched over to We Are One. That's when I kind of became established. Everybody was like, all right.
He could play ball.
Yeah, that boy style for real.
Mm-hmm.
Finished that, sophomore? No, not sophomore. Junior year. I finished my junior year AAU with 22 offers. A lot of them was mid-major, low D1s, and then my high ones I had was Florida Golf Course and like schools like that, interest from the South because my brother went there. So, yeah, the ball shit kind of played in my favor. Everything worked out for me for the most part.
And was able to get that education at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Play basketball at a high level, play a lot of games, stay healthy. Yeah, I mean, 6'9", and you know, you years removed from playing college ball, you still got your knees, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I take excellent care of my body. When you're around pros, you pick up a lot of gems. Most of these guys now that's playing is 30 plus, like my old head, so I just ask them what they doing to, you know, take care of their bodies and keep remaining out there. Stretching. That's the only feedback I get. Stretching, cold tub, and sauna or hot tub. And I don't fuck with the cold tub, so I just do.
I be in the steam room every day. I go to LA Fitness, bro. I walk in there before I work out, bro. There's people that just walk in the gym and deadlift 300 pounds. Can't do that. Nah, bro. If I'm going in the gym, I wake up in the morning, you know, pray, leave the crib at 6 o'clock after I'm done, go to the gym. And as soon as I walk in that joint, right, they got the sauna and they got the steam room. I go in the steam room, bro. By the time I walk out, I'm in a full sweat, everything loose, and I feel like I've been working out for 30 minutes.
Exactly how you feel. So my routine every day when I go to the gym, I got to wake up and shower. That's damn near like going in the steam room. Now your body loose.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm stretching for probably 15, 20 minutes. Now I can get into my workout, full sweat, no excuses. So now I treat everything like a game till that workout done. Stretch again after the workout. Hit the shower. I'm cool for the day.
I feel like that's real important. Just about starting your day the right way. You know?
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's some people out there that are like will sleep in till the last possible minute, roll out of bed, try to run to work, do everything, run elite. No.
That's what I picked up from basketball, not just being a good player, but time management.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta key in on every aspect of your life if you want to be successful.
Mm-hmm.
That's just how it go.
Because the people that's always running late is the people that's late the most.
Exactly. Now you looking at losing your job or some shit like that. I always want to be on time or I don't show up at all.
Mm-hmm. No, definitely, bro. I'm the same way, bro. If I'm running late, one thing about me, I'm going to start to be in a bad mood. I'm like, yeah, everything else going to be set back because I'm running late. Because now I can't, I'm a real process-oriented person now. The things I like to do are I like to have my coffee when I walk in there. I like to have this, I like to have that. I like to eat breakfast in the morning. If I'm running late, breakfast automatically about to get canceled off. I'm not going to be able to grab a coffee. I'm not going to be able to do this. I'm not going to be able to, I'm going to forget something. I always forget something if I don't take my time. Phone, wallet, keys, headphones, book bag, laptop. And I got to do it though, bro. And every time I don't, I forget something, bro. Multiple times I was running late, came to the studio, didn't have my my memory cards for the cameras. Now I gotta buy memory cards from the desk. They cooking me for them doing.
Yeah.
Now I mean, just little stuff like that, bro. It's like they was sitting right on my desk at home, and now I just lost $30 because I wasn't thinking.
Exactly.
So that just goes to show how serious it gets if you just be on your process and you just give yourself enough time to operate.
You gotta stay locked in.
You know what I mean? Now the transition. Why'd you pick Monmouth of all schools? Out of all the schools I was recruiting.
I broke down my process basically like what I do. So out of all my 22 offers, I was basically calling, asking the schools, like, where can I play as a freshman? Like, I ain't want to be that guy that come in and now I'm sitting there 2-3 years. Now y'all just put me in the game. Now I'm just getting my feet wet. That's kind of late for me. That's a late bloomer start as a hooper.
Mm-hmm.
I've been playing ball since I was 4. So I know the ins and outs of this shit. And Coach Rice just kept it real with me. He was like, I'm going to give you the possibility. You ain't going to start as a freshman, but I'm damn sure going to look at you. You one of our top recruits coming in, so we ain't just about to put you on the bench and treat you like anything. And then most of the other schools was just like, yeah, you got to come here and prove to us why you want to do this, why you do that, which is cool. That's expecting when you go to college. Ain't nothing given to you for free but your scholarship. So I just felt more comfortable in Monmouth. And then once I did sign my letter of intent, the motherfucker was at my crib. I'll never forget, I got off the train. I had finished my practice at Phelps. My uncle called me. Yo, Coach Rice at your house. What? They all at the crib. They wait for you to go sign your letter, your full letter for you to sign with a mama. Call my mom. Dukes, they at the crib. They sit right here. I said, y'all got these folks in the fucking hood? I said, yo, I'm on my way down the block. So I'm at the top of the block. I'm going down my block, walking down. I'm down there and start running just to get these folks the fuck up out of there.
Yeah, I don't want it to get dark when it's still weird.
It's dark on this side. So I go up to the steps. I get in the crib. They all sitting right there chilling, feet crossed. Like they been there for like a good 2 hours, an hour. I go in, and Coach Rice was just like a genuine dude. Everything Coach Rice say is what he portray. He you know how coaches tell you one thing and then you go up there, it's a whole nother story. He kept it real from the jump. That's the type of person I am. That's the type of people I like to be around. So once he showed me that, we just kind of locked in for the rest of my years up there.
No, bro, I feel like that's really important. Like when you're an athlete and you're trying to decide whether or not a coach is going to be for you and the relationship that you're going to build, you really got to be able to see through all of the gimmicks and all of the lights and cameras that they flashing in front of you. And like, is this somebody that like when they mad at me, when I'm mad at them, I'm still going to be able to operate? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, we bump heads a lot of times up there, but it went to the point where I was like, I'm about to fight him, or he about to hit me. It never got to that point. It was always his above. It was just, I want to push you to be better. So I kind of respect that.
No, bro, that's huge, bro. After you got the Monmouth, obviously, so you make it to that year 2 and you're finally starting. I think you played all 30 games that year. Tell me about that transition from being like that role player on the team to now getting to that next year where you're starting to have to be more of a contributor and you're starting to have to really carry your weight.
So basically that, when I got into Monmouth, I couldn't pass my ACTs and SATs. Like I failed that shit like twice. They sent me down to boys Latin. I took the test twice, bro. I couldn't get in. So what they wound up doing was they locked me in with a lady up in West Long Branch, up by Monmouth. We locked in. I wound up staying on one of my teammates' couch for 3 months until I got into Monmouth. That's how bad they wanted me to go to their school. And once I seen the dedication that they was doing up there for me, I was like, I can't go to no other school. This is school for me. And the guys that I slept on the couch for 3 months, we locked in now. He the assistant over there, Michael Seaborn. And now he asking me for recruits. You see what I'm saying? Like, so it's funny how connections work in college. He like, yeah, I see the young boy in Philly. Who this? I want to tap in with him. I want to lock in with him. It's nothing. I can make that call for you, bro. Y'all let me sleep on couch for 3 months. You see what I'm saying? So it's like a favor for a favor. But after that, I got into Monmouth. redshirted my freshman year because by the time I had got in, it was second semester because I had got in so late from the ACTs and SATs. So they just like, man, you might as well redshirt. I'm like, man, that's cool. I ain't tripping. That whole redshirt year, I put on 20 pounds of muscle. That was the strongest I ever been in my life. But I wasn't able to run. You know, you put on so much weight, you can't move with it.
Yeah.
So practice coming around, I'm strong as an ox. But these motherfuckers saying suicides and sprints, so I can't make a time. So I cut down a little bit by sophomore year. And then the guys I was around freshman and sophomore year, they gave me keys, like they gave me the game. We was 28-8 my freshman year. My sophomore year, I think we was 20-8. Like we had a good record those 2 years. So by the time junior year came around, I already knew what I had to do. It wasn't the lights too bright or I just watched y'all for 2 years, stand on business. So I know what I gotta do now. So that's just what it was when it came junior, senior year.
You know, going back to high school, you had to get you got put into a role where, you know, you got brought up to the coach, and coach like, listen, man, like, you're one of our guys, we need you to be this leader. How do you feel like it was different having to now go to college and having to learn leadership methods from other people, like the way they lead their team and the way their team culture was? Like, how did that impact the way you became a leader in your Monmouth career versus your high school career?
See, my freshman and sophomore year, we had a guy named Justin Robinson, light-skinned point guard. He over in Russia now. Motherfucker been a bucket all his life. No taller than 5'10". But he had heart. And I watched him lead a team the right way. So now when I got up there, everything I was doing in high school, I'm like, oh, bro, you was doing this shit wrong. This how you supposed to lead a team. This why these motherfuckers 28-8. This why they went 20-8 these second. Like, so everything I felt like I was doing right, I was doing wrong. So by the time my junior and senior year came around, I didn't get that leadership role I was supposed to get. But everybody on the team respected me. I still had a voice on the team. So it was a reality check for me, to be honest. It was like, bro, you could have did this better. But that's a younger me too. So now I just took that as growth and ran with it.
Yeah, so I remember looking at the thing when your redshirt junior year, you was the only person on the team to start all 35 games that season. And then the next year, obviously, you started every game as well. Being as though I played college football, I'll tell you, like, the resilience that it takes to be able to wake up every day, lace up your boots, and go to work. It's not easy, bro. It's not easy at all. Tell me about what it took to be able to play every single game and be able to start every game and play that caliber of minutes, 20, 30, 40 minutes every night.
I mean, again, it was something I was used to. I never worried about fatigue when I played basketball. I never worried about how strong I was. I just went out there and played with heart. That's all the coaches wanted to see at Monmouth. I gave 100% every time, and that's all they wanted. And then the guys I was going to war with, I wasn't just by myself. You see what I'm saying? I was out there with some killers. So it's like, if I see 4 other motherfuckers going to war, I ain't about to be the only one to let the crew down. That's just how I looked at it. And we gave everything we got, and that's what it was. We came up. Senior year, COVID got us. We supposed to play Quinnipiac in the semifinals. Junior year, we lost to Iona in the championship. We lost to Iona in the championship all 3 years, to be honest. They punched their ticket every year.
Do you feel like that last year in Monmouth versus that junior year, what do you think was the biggest difference? Because obviously both years, like, you was like top 5 in scoring on the team. You was like one of the 2 top rebounders on the team. So, like, the basketball was in your hands. You had to be able to be a contributor night in and night out. Like, what do you contribute the most to your success to? Is it like a coach that you really had to lean on while you was there? Or was it any guys that was there with you all of your years that like really played a big part in your game and your development?
No, I mean, a lot of people don't even notice. I don't like to talk about it, but I was losing a lot of friends when I was up school. So that shit weighed heavy on me. I'm up there, I'm not having nobody really talk to me when shit like that happens. So now that shit is just on my chest or it's on my shoulders. So now I got a chip every time I play. I may not go out there and get 30 points, but I'm going out there to get some rebounds. I'm a dog on the glass. I'm doing something to contribute to the game to keep me on the court because I got so much frustration built up in me. And I'm playing ruthless. I'm damn near animal out there. I don't care who I hurt or who, you feel what I'm saying? It's just shit gonna happen like this and y'all gonna respect it or y'all gonna get on my way. That's just what it was. And then senior year, like I said, COVID got us. I felt like we would have beat Quinnipiac. I felt like our senior year, that would have been our year. We had a great run. We had the same crew from junior year. So we knew exactly what needed to be done. If we'd have bumped heads with Iona again, we was definitely going to punch our ticket.
Yeah, one stat that I noticed from your senior year, you was just saying about how relentless, how ruthless you was. You know, as a forward, as a bigger guy, you know, obviously he had 20 blocks. He was one of the leaders on the team in blocks, but a number that really stood out to me was the fact that you was a forward and you had 34 steals. Tell me about the effort that it takes to be able to go out and really play defense night in and night out, because that's what that is too.
Freshman and sophomore year, we had a guy named Josh James. So the guy, J-Rob, I just told you about, the short light-skinned guard, Josh and J-Rob was best friends. J-Rob was a scorer, Josh was a defender. So I picked up gems from both of them. And I'm talking about Josh picking you up 94 feet. The person that's having 30, he finishing that game with 10. Like he on his ass the whole game. That's his rope. He on your bumper. And I'm watching him on defense my freshman and sophomore year. We play pack line. So all he doing is either overplaying you to deny you to get the ball, or when you get the ball, he just wants you one-on-one by himself. He took pride in defense. So by my junior and senior year, I'm looking at the same thing like, all right, he just gave me the blueprint to these next 2 years. He don't even know it. So now when I get out there, if I don't want to guard, all I got to do is get my hands in the passing lane, pass the ball to the guard, and run the floor, and I'll be cool.
Tough. What was the most memorable game that you played while you was in school?
Junior year, want to see the semi or quarterfinals versus Quinnipiac. We played up in Albany. Had 18 points in the first half. Finished the game with like 21. Second half, I came out cold, but that first half felt like
everything, all shots on all cylinders. Like
I felt like I was throwing a rock in the water, bro. Like I couldn't miss. Layups, jump shots, everything was just clicking for me. It was one of those moments where I was like, damn, all this hard work finally coming to the light. Like I finally got something to show for this shit.
Mm-hmm.
That was my most memorable moment.
With that, like, do you feel like it was any major point of growth that you made? Like, if you looked at your game when you walked in out of high school versus your game when you left Monmouth, what was the biggest change in your game, the biggest development that you feel like you faced at that time?
Probably shooting the ball. You remember when I was at prep, I was a 5. I was on the block.
Mm-hmm.
I like shooting the ball. Shit was out the window. Coach, he wasn't having it. Yeah, when I had got to Monmouth and I got that 4 spot, I got more comfortable in that mid-range and getting on the glass and defending, doing everything on the wing, basically. I got comfortable at that role. So when I walked out of Monmouth, I kept that game with me, and I transitioned to it now. See, now when you see me play, I ain't no fouling. I'm damn near 3-4, stretch 4. So I put the ball on the floor a lot more. I'm shooting threes. I shoot mid-range killer. And I'm comfortable out there. I'm never uncomfortable when I play basketball. There's more confidence now.
Last thing about school, was there any unforeseen challenges that you faced while you was playing in school? Like, was there anything that you ran into that you didn't really see coming that seriously impacted you while you was playing?
I think that freshman year of redshirting was kind of like, I knew it was going to happen, but I didn't expect for it to happen like that. But it was a learning experience for me. I'm happy it did happen. And then, like I said, when I was just out there, I was losing people I thought shit would never happen to.
Tell me about the transition now. Like, you know, did you have a lot of people that went to college in your family before you went? Obviously, probably, like, you know, your older brother played basketball. He was a relatively good player.
Yeah, my brother played at LaSalle. He just got introduced to the Big 5 Hall of Fame from LaSalle. So he played 16 years overseas.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, he was my role model on the basketball tip. So I was around a lot of good players. Again, I watched the Twins, took some gems from them. And then everybody around me was just, you feel me? Everybody around me was basketball and everybody was positive. I think that was the biggest thing throughout my whole career, when nobody around me negative or trying to push me on no negative shit. So I had homies who did what they did, but when they came around me, they knew he would take it like we ain't about to do this with bro. So that's what it was.
That make a lot of sense. So transitioning to playing overseas, how did you get into it? Like, you know, like, did they come looking for you? Did you have to like really put your name out there?
Yeah, shit. Graduated from Monmouth in 2020. My brother plugged me in with an agent. Got in touch with the agent, I think a week after. Iceland called my phone like, "You want you out here right now?" I'm like, "Damn, how y'all see my film?" "Oh, your agent did his homework. He sent us your college shit from this season. We saw you a rebounding machine. We don't know how much you can score, blah, blah, blah." So when I went out there, I showed him everything. So I showed Iceland the whole package. Averaged 20 and 10 my rookie year. Wound up getting cut because we wasn't winning. I was doing what I was supposed to do, but we weren't winning. They brought me out there to win, and I was the only American on the team. So I got cut, came back to the crib. It wasn't a wake-up call for me. It was just like, I felt like in that situation, I got thrown to the wolves. Like, how much y'all expect out of a rookie? You see what I'm saying? But I got my shit together, got stronger, came back. Then my second year, I did Kuwait. I played in the Arab Cup, ran into all those guys, AJ English from Iona. We was down there together. Then there was some high-level pro guys who was getting some serious big money. And we weren't winning at all. Played with a team from Yemen. Motherfuckers probably never played basketball. It's probably their first time playing basketball. But they had me and another American from my agency. We went out there, me and bro showed up. We won 2 games out of the whole job, but me and him put up numbers. And we got respect from everybody that was in the league. Like, yeah, y'all little niggas serious. So that's just what it was.
Do you feel like out there, like, was it a big language barrier? Because obviously, like the players on the team, like a couple of the guys probably speak English. Like, was it harder playing basketball over there, like, with having to communicate with everybody?
Everybody in Iceland spoke English. They just had the Icelandic language or whatever they spoke. But everybody spoke English. When I got to Kuwait, Salalah, Oman, and Dubai and all that, that's when that shit was like, hold on. And I'm Muslim, so it was like, I'm like, damn, my Arabic ain't sharp as I thought it was.
Yeah, no, I got the salams for you. I know how to pray. I know the surahs, but
so we go out there. Even the culture different. Like, you got to be married out there to do everything you got to do. You see what I'm saying? The religion serious out there. So everybody got to be covered up. You can't show nothing. You can't. It's not as free as it is over here. And then the food was just. I ain't never eat so much goat and curry chicken in my damn life, bro. They brought out a little tray, John. You got rice right here, lamb, cow, all types of shit. But these motherfuckers eating it with their hands. So they scooping this bitch up, eating it with their. I'm like,
and you gotta eat.
You gotta eat. I'm like, man, I can't get a fork. Like, no, bro, you gotta eat it like this. So I learned how to eat with my hands over there, basically. But it was fun. The whole team was. It was a good experience for me.
I was about to ask you, what was your most memorable? That sounded pretty memorable to me. Was there any like really, really memorable games that you had while you was overseas that you really remember outside of the first year?
No, I mean, I pretty much put up numbers every game or every year I was overseas. I try to leave my mark just in case, because that's how you get noticed overseas. You put up, not even just put up numbers, rebounds, steals. You just do the small shit that other teams is looking for. Like, yeah, that's the guy we want. So I try to leave my mark when I was overseas.
Yeah, no, that's huge. A friend of a friend, one of my friends from college, her boyfriend right now is playing overseas. He was like in the NBA, then he transitioned to the G League, and now he transitioned to overseas. So, just watching him play and seeing like all the different like cities he had to go to. I think he in like Japan, or something like that.
Yeah, he making good money there. Japan a good league.
It was on the Nets with KD.
Okay.
And then like it was like a game where like a lot of people was hurt, so he was able to play like the whole game. And like the first game where like he played like meaningful minutes in the NBA. Shout out to Alize Johnson, good dude. He had 20 and 20 that day, and then once he had 20 rebounds, the media hyped him up. They was like, "Yo, like KD, what you think about young boy? Like, he don't look too bad." He was like, "Yeah, no, I like you, man." And once he got that co-sign from KD, shot him to the moon, bro. And that ended up like he ended up getting to be. I think he was on a 2-way contract all the rest of the year, and like this past year, he was in the G League. And he was putting up double-doubles in the G League every game, bro. But it's just. I feel like with the pro leagues, it's real hard because, like, they kind of got their agenda, the guys that they want to get.
Exactly. They already got these main guys. So when you go to the G League and the NBA, you got to do something to stand out from these guys. They got scorers already. They looking for guys who can defend 9 times out of 10 or who can rebound. Look at motherfuckers like Jared Allen.
Yeah.
What he do? He block shots and rebound. Who to score? Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland. Like, they got these set guys already.
They got the guys that's gonna score 30. They don't need you to touch the basketball.
You gotta do something to separate yourself to get out here on this floor. And then you got the 3-point shooters. Maxey becoming a superstar because he's starting to evolve around Embiid. So it's like the lead in good hands.
Yeah, bro. I feel like with basketball is real interesting because it took me a while to really understand like how the NBA draft versus the NFL, because with the NFL, like every single pick mattered for the most part. NBA, it was real weird to me noticing like, yo, they be trading 3 first-round picks for somebody, like what they don't value the draft picks, but it's like once you kind of got your core, you don't really abandon them, like how in football, like it's a revolving door, like the old heads walking out, they leaving, and going to them. Like with the NBA, bro, the Clippers been Kawhi and PG, every single injuries, whatever, like they're not replacing them, but they're not going to give anybody else a chance.
That's why you're going to see the main core guys keep doing what they do. James Harden, you see what I'm saying? Harden could score for sure, but what we need you to do on this team is facilitate and run the show. If you go look at James Harden stats, you always see he got outstanding assists. He's always 10, 13, 8, 7. Yeah, who you passing to? Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. The motherfuckers getting 20, 30 a night. Then you got Russell Westbrook coming off the bench with an energy guy. He going to go get his rebounds. He going to get you his 12, 10 points. So it's like everybody got a role on the team. Once you embrace that role, you helping the team and you pushing the team for a better cause.
Tell me about what you're doing outside of basketball these days. Is there any, obviously like, your father and anything like that. Tell me about the most important key things in your life right now.
We just got a dog probably 2-3 days ago. That shit drive me crazy. She the homie though. But the most important thing is trying to give my son some gems now. Like the shit I didn't get when I was younger. Yeah, my father was a great father, but he was working to make sure, you feel what I'm saying, everything in the crib was running smoothly. And Deuce was working too. Just had some money in her pocket. So it's like now I could spend that time with my son and put him on a little bit of game. Like he loves basketball right now. So I know he might be a basketball or a football player. So now I got those type of connections though where I can call people and be like, yeah, my son want to come train with you, or my son want to come do this. So it's a good feeling knowing that I got those connections through basketball and that I could help anybody outside of basketball. That's the positive I probably took away from playing basketball.
Yeah, bro, that's major. You know what I mean? And I really think back to my situation too. Like, I grew up, my dad was a cab driver my whole life. My mom used to braid hair 13 hours a day, whatever have you. And like, me and my brothers, all we really had was each other. We was with each other dawn till dusk. Like, my one homie was texting my little brother the other day, like, yo, like my youngest brother just transferred to Coastal Carolina. He playing football there now. And when cuz swiped up on the story, he like, yo, bro, I'm so proud of y'all because like every time I saw one, I saw all three of y'all. Y'all was always at the park together. Like, y'all always brought him along with y'all. But that was just kind of how we always had to operate because we ain't really, my older brother was in Africa most of our childhood. So it was always 1, 2, and 3. We was all close in age, played the same sports, always at the park together. We had to wake up. If me and Muhammad leave the crib to go to the park and we leave Ibrahim at home, he gonna be in the crib all day because my mom not just letting him walk around and be on the block, whatever had. Like, either at the park with your older brothers or you're doing nothing.
Doing nothing. That's how it is.
So like that's kind of how it is now. Where like I got my son and like I got so much reign to be able to mold him and shape him to be exactly who I want him to be because you know God blessed me with a situation where like I'm around him so much compared to how much my dad was able to be around.
Exactly.
He worked 6-7 days a week, bro.
Exactly.
So I'm just real thankful for that.
My pop's still doing it now. Like it's just in him. Like he want to work. He want to work.
I mean that's just also how they was brought up. You know what I mean? Tell me about the impact of being raised like in an immigrant household, like compared to you know the difference between that and like seeing like how your friends came up.
Yeah. So my mom and dad been married for 40 plus years. So I came from a outstanding household. I'm lucky that my parents, you feel me? I'm lucky I had the parents that I had. Then my dad is from Senegal. So, you know, Senegal, fuck, they don't play that shit. Mm-hmm. He taught me a lot of shit though. He taught me how to be a man. He taught me my rights and my wrongs. And it's a lot of shit he taught me that he ain't even, you know, physically tell me. I just observe. I'm an observer. I like to walk in the room, see what's going on, and then I speak. That's how my dad is, so I got that from him. And then my mom is just kind of, she outgoing, loud personality, but she gonna tell you the truth. She gonna tell you what you like. You ain't gonna want to hear it, but she gonna tell you that shit to your face. And that's how I am. Like I'm real blunt. I don't know how to beat around the bush. I don't know how to lie. I don't know how to do all that. So I got mixed personalities from both. And that took me kind of far in life. Cause nobody want to be around a liar. Nobody want to be around motherfuckers who gonna lie to their face and backstab and do all types of weird shit. So
yeah, bro, I feel like that's huge. I feel like my parent dynamic a little similar too, because you know my mom like she not really too good at hiding her emotions. Whatever she feeling, she gonna let me know quick. And I feel like, you know, like being like relationship, sports, whatever have you, like I never was real good at masking how I felt about something. And if I had something to say, even at work, like if I got something to voice, I'm gonna let it be known. I'm gonna tell people what's going on, and whether it be receiving or giving criticism, whether it be I got to be better, I got to do this better, or you got to do this better, or we got to do this better. I gotta let it know. Like I'm not the type of person that like I could be bothered and just like eat that, because that never been my thing. You feel me?
That's all it is. What I like my main core group, like me coming up at prep charter, everybody was just kind of like, you know how it was. You seen it. Like I had a buzz at prep charter. Everybody like, yeah, that's the bull. That's the bull. That's the bull. If you came up to me, that wasn't the type of shit I like to hear. Like I'm not no yes man. Mm-hmm. So my core friends now, like we tell each other everything, even if we don't like it. Like, oh, bro, you doing this wrong, or yeah, bro, I salute you doing that right. And that's the type of people I like around me. Like, don't just tell me yeah all the time, cause then I feel like you ain't really in my corner. You just telling me shit to stay on my good side. Mm-hmm. I don't like people like that around me.
Yeah, bro.
I need people around me that's gonna try to better my life, or we gonna, you feel me, better grow together. We're gonna get some money together. We're gonna be honest with each other.
I couldn't tell you in person, so I decided to write a song.